Hey everybody, it's Dan with Philosophical Fishing, and I'm happy today to be making another video. You know, if you watched my previous video, that my father just passed away on January 29th, which as of this recording was last Sunday. So I'm still going through the grieving process. I'm still having lots of ups and downs, mostly downs, but I feel like I have turned a corner a little bit today. I got to the gym this morning. I went out and got a good workout in, even though it was very difficult to get through. My energy levels have been down, but I'm glad to be where I am today, making another video and just going through the process, going through the grieving process, going through the process of life, one day at a time, 7 years off of benzos and drugs, and grateful for so much in my life, even when it hurts. So I was thinking about what to talk about today, since I do feel like I have a little bit more energy. I felt like I was Eeyore in the last video, and rightly so. It's just where I'm at. I'm just documenting as I go along, this whole process. I'm going to be real and honest with you guys. If I'm not feeling it, I'm not feeling it. I'm not going to pretend to be something I'm not. I'm not going to make a video talking about something I don't have experience with or I'm not feeling at the moment. So I was thinking about it as I was setting up my camera and stuff, and I thought about the concept of self-care and what the concept means. What does it mean to me? I know, self-care is one of those buzzwords, and it's a term that's used a lot these days, I feel like, and people talk about self-care and what is self-care, how do you practice self-care? And I think self-care is simply doing the things that you love, that nurture you, and make you feel alive. And lately I've been thinking a lot about what are the things that I love to do, because I think that we're all gifted with things that we naturally gravitate towards, that we're good at. And so much of our schooling and our education system, at least here in the United States, is geared towards making you into something that you're not, holding everybody up to one level, up to one standard, and everybody has to perform at a certain level at certain tasks, and some people are just not as adept and well equipped to do those things, such as mathematics or history or whatever it is. And some people are just more naturally inclined to be better mathematicians or to be better scientists, and that's great. But the thing is if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, then that fish is going to fail every single time. You have to judge a fish by what it's naturally acclimated to, which is swimming in water. Duh. So why am I talking about all this? Because naturally we have these things that we love, that we're good at, and if we look at those things and try to develop more of what we're naturally inclined to do well, then we're just going to do better in life. We're going to be happier, and we're going to live a much better life, more fulfilling, and we're going to be able to help other people more. So one of the things that I love is I love helping people, and I feel like I'm naturally gifted at being able to talk to people, to help people, to connect emotionally and intellectually with people. And so that's one of the things that I'm good at. And if you shut down my ability to want to connect with people or to try to help people, then I'm going to be losing a piece of my spirit. Another thing that I love to do is play music. So if somebody tries to hinder, or life tries to hinder, my natural ability to want to play music and express myself creatively, that's also going to kill a part of my spirit. And these things that are part of me, I want to express, and I want to live the fullest version of myself. That to me is self-care. What are some things that you naturally gravitate towards that you feel like light you up and make you feel alive and want to connect and grow and expand? Because we all have these things, and it's different for each one of us. And it doesn't have to be these big grandiose things. Sometimes it's just some people like to knit, or some people like to do something that's very quiet, or like read, and connect with nature. And I love a lot of those things too. Others of us like to be grandiose, and we like to be on stage. We like to express ourselves openly and loudly, and that's all great too. Each one of us is different. And for me, going to the gym is something that I really enjoy. It makes me feel alive. I get to have a celebration of what my body can do today, because as you guys know, going through the process of benzo withdrawal just takes such a heavy toll on your body and drags you down so far that, things that you could once do physically, mentally, you're thwarted, and your soul is dampened, and your body is just so racked with pain so much of the time that you lose the ability that you once had, and it can be really, really frustrating and depressing. So today, the fact that I'm recovered from drugs and alcohol and benzodiazepines, the fact that I can go to the gym, that's really a celebration for me today of what my body can do. And I love that. I love that I can celebrate that I'm healthy today and that I can go to the gym and do these things. It's not so much of what it, the aesthetics of it, although yes, that plays a part of it too. And I want to look good, but I also want my body to be able to perform the tasks that I want to do. I want to be able to play with my kids and run around with them. I want to be able to go on hikes. I want to be able to be athletic when I want to. And going to the gym and exercising and trying to eat well all enable me to do those things that I love. And so eating well is also another part of self-care that I try to practice. And I don't eat perfectly. I love cookies. And I love carrot cake. And I do indulge in those things. I also try to put good things into my body. I also try to eat a lot of fruits and vegetables and healthy carbohydrates. And everybody again is different. So whatever your body can tolerate, some people are gluten sensitive and can't have that, but I try not to go so overboard where I'm overly worried and anxious about things that I put in my body. I don't want to put an abundance of chemicals into my body. I want to try to eat well. I don't eat 100% organic, but I do try to buy a lot of organic foods. So it's a moderation in everything, and it's about having consistency as much as possible in the things that I do eat and in the ways that I use physical exercise to keep me not only physically healthy, but also mentally healthy. Actually, probably more so I would exercise to keep myself mentally healthy than anything, because I work out as much for my mental health as for anything else, because I know that there's a direct correlation between physical exercise and my mental well-being. And, the things that I've learned after coming off of benzos and drugs is that there's no easy, quick fix pill to make me all better all at once. Going through this grieving process of my dad passing away, there's nothing that's just going to fix it overnight. I have to go through the process and the stages of grief to get to the other side. If I want to feel better, I have to bring my body to the gym and exercise or take a walk or go for a jog in order to feel better. I have to do these things so that I can feel like a whole human being, physically, mentally, and spiritually. I can no longer look for the quick fixes, a pill, a benzo, a drug, alcohol. Those things don't work for me. If I want to get to where I want to be, I have to take the actions and I have to go through the uncomfortability of doing those things. And these are all things that are good, though. They're positive. It's self-care. Another thing that I like to do is I like to take warm Epsom salt baths, just because it's very relaxing for me and it makes me feel really, really calm and peaceful afterwards. And so that's something that I like to do. And I'll just go in the tub and soak for like a half hour and pour a whole bunch of Epsom salt in there and listen to some music or a podcast. And guys, in benzo withdrawal and in benzo damage, we did so much hurt to ourselves, so much damage doing benzos and taking benzos, whether it was just prescribed to you and you didn't know what was going on, or if you were more like me and abused them and got them prescribed. We did so much harm to ourselves that it's worth taking a look and seeing how we can practice self-care today to get ourselves to a better place. And these things take time, and these are new habits that need to be incorporated. And habits take time to build up. But once you start getting in healthy habits of exercising, eating right, and doing things for yourself that you love, that nurture your spirit, you'll start to realize that these things start to become a lot easier when practiced day in and day out, week after week, and month after month. So if you have a creative side, I encourage you and urge you to nurture that creative side of you today. Do something that you love. If it's playing an instrument, singing, dancing, whatever it is, do that. Moving your body. And if you feel anxious, get that anxiety out of your body by jumping rope or taking a walk, or talk it out with somebody. Call somebody that you love and care about and that is a good listener, and cry if you need to cry and get that cortisol out of your body. But there's things that you can do, and so often moving your body is going to move your thoughts. As a mentor of mine says, move a muscle, change a thought. Get that out of your body, because it's not just all mental in our heads. It's when we feel anxious or depressed, we feel it in our tissues, it's in our cells, it's down on a deep cellular level, and we have to move our bodies to get that out. And I don't know if you can tell today, but I'm moving my body a lot because I've had so much pent up energy. I feel like I'm talking with my hands right now, which maybe that's the Italian part of me coming out, or maybe it's just I feel good moving today because I'm moving a lot of this pent up energy, anxiety, and depression out of my body. And so the more I move, the better I feel. And I'll keep moving so I can get a lot of this energy moving out of my spirit, moving out of my body, until I feel like I can take a deep breath and rest and relax back into a state of well-being. So whatever hardship you're going through today, whatever is going on, I just want you to know you're not alone. I'm going to keep making these videos. I love you guys. If you guys have any suggestions for content that you'd like to see me create, anything at all, please let me know. Email me, philosophicalfishing@gmail.com. And I'm also working on getting one-on-one coaching set up. So I don't know when that's going to be available, but I just want you to know that I have been working on it, and in time I will be able to offer that for you guys. So as always, I love you and I wish you all well.